All right, so last week we were looking at some things that we needed to pay particular attention to as we moved into the Davidic covenant. Number one being that the war between David and Saul has concluded. David has captured the capital city of Jerusalem. The ark is brought to Jerusalem. And lastly, in 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 1, God has established peace and security throughout the land. So, without further ado, let's examine 2 Samuel 7 and learn about the Davidic covenant. So if you have your Bibles, let's flip there, 2 Samuel 7. Now, the covenant itself is in verses 8 through 17, but I really just kind of would just take an excursus and walk through this chapter. So let's begin by starting off and looking at verse 2. 2 Samuel 7, verse 2. The king said to Nathan the prophet, "See now, I dwell in a house of cedar, but the ark of God dwells in a tent." So at this point, David has settled into the kingdom, but he notices that something is very wrong, something is awry. He lives in a beautiful house of cedar, but God dwells in a mere tent. Now, this wasn't just any tent, right? This was the tabernacle. As far as tents go, this one was pretty lavish, right? If you've read the design of this thing in Exodus, you know that this isn't just something that you can go pick up at Bass Pro, right? It's expensive. But still, this contrast, it bothers David. Why is what I have so great and what God has so meager, David is wondering, right? I'm in a palace, God should be in a temple.